and welcome to the Q&A that I have promised to do and then I've been procrastinating like crazy, but here I am, getting out of my comfort zone and delivering what I had promised. First of all, a huge thank you for the milestone that we achieved recently. This is so amazing, and I'm not even talking about the number. I mean, 1,000 is a lot, but I'm mostly grateful about everything else that comes with the number. I love the little interactions in the comment section where we share our thoughts, experiences, insight, all that. We also have a Discord server and it's a blessing, to be honest. It's my safe place. I love it. On some days it's really quiet there, but on others we are having a lot of fun playing Dark Souls 1 PvP and watching Shogun together, and I don't know, just messing around, you know. It feels like home, like I don't know. I didn't expect to feel this way, to be honest, when I created my YouTube channel, and we will get into this in a second. But I am just so grateful for all of this, for making me feel like I belong somewhere. So thank you to each and everyone. So the first question, and it's a good way to start the Q&A, I guess, is what inspired you to start a YouTube channel? So I wanted to start a YouTube channel or start streaming a long time ago, years back. I never had the courage. I thought that it's just not for me. I wouldn't be able to deal with the stress that comes with it. But I was just overthinking it, I guess. So a year ago, I reached a point where I was like, I need to do something. I need to find another hobby. I need to ground myself and put myself out of my comfort zone. I needed a place where I can belong, and I tried to join other communities, gaming communities, Discord servers. I just couldn't fit in anywhere. I didn't feel like I'm connecting with my own friends anymore. So I just needed to do something, you know, and YouTube was always on my mind, but again, I never had the courage for it. So the video that you see on my YouTube channel as my first video ever is actually a lie. This is not my first video. I recorded myself playing Resident Evil 4 remake demo and I sent it to my friends. It was like a test run to see how I feel about playing and chatting. I enjoyed it and my friends encouraged me to do it. When I started, I wasn't consistent at all. I think I became consistent when I started my Dark Souls playthrough because a lot of people joined and they were expecting videos. So I was like, okay, I need to get myself together and start uploading. How do you motivate yourself? So I don't think that I motivate myself, to be honest. I think that my motivation comes from you guys. The opportunity to engage with everybody is what drives me, so I keep going. And I know that if I want this whole YouTube thing to grow even more and to become something serious, not just a hobby, I need discipline. I feel like motivation, it comes and goes very quickly and you have to have discipline to carry on and be successful. Do you plan on streaming? I definitely want to try. I think I will at some point when I have more free time and when I get the courage to do that. Why your nickname is Baya and what is your real name? I was around 13. I was playing Lineage 2, MMORPG game, and I needed a nickname. So I just Googled a bunch of Spanish words that were like short but sounded nice for me. I don't know. So I came across Baya. It means berry if you translated it from Spanish. I liked it and it kind of stuck. About my real name, I knew from the start that I do not wish to share my real name, and the reason is that I do not like it. Okay, that is one of the reasons. I like to be called by my nickname. I actually have a friend from Lineage 2 that, we are friends for over 16 years maybe. And we've been calling each other by our nicknames and I really like that. I think it's a nice sentiment. The other part of me not revealing my name is there will be people who will try to insult me, and when they insult me using my nickname, I can kind of detach myself from that insult, and if they're using my real name, it feels more personal and stuff. So I know it's not fair to not share my name with people who I am close to already, but I just really want to protect myself from the meanies, okay? And I do like my nickname. I would choose my parents to call me by my nickname as well. When you started playing Dark Souls, did you ever Googled any answers or explanations while recording? The person who asked this question said that there are certain cuts after which I seem to know what I'm doing. I have not Googled anything. I had a hint from a friend at the beginning when I started about kindling bonfires. I haven't checked anything else. And those cuts, they mean that for a certain time, I just run around trying to find my way in, or how to defeat a boss and stuff like that. I remember in Anor Londo, I think this one was the worst for me. I just entered the area and I already got stuck. I didn't know where to go. I couldn't see that you can enter the gallery. You remember that area. I actually spent half an hour and it was so frustrating. I was so tempted to Google it, but I didn't, and I'm glad I didn't. You all know how satisfying it is to reveal something in Dark Souls yourself. What's the one thing you wish people hadn't spoiled you about? A lot of things got spoiled, and I kept telling people not to spoil things, and I know that those were not bad intentions at all, and people were trying to be helpful and stuff. I don't know which thing exactly is the worst thing. There were many of them. What is your favorite animal? What's your cat's name? And do you have any other pets? My favorite animal is a fox. I love foxes. They are just too cute. I don't know how anyone could dislike them. I would have a fox as a pet if they weren't that loud. My cat's name is Loki and I do not have any other pets. I'm actually a dog person. Don't tell Loki. You could even say that I disliked cats at first. Like from the age when I was really young, I disliked cats, okay? I thought they are arrogant assholes and there's nothing good about them. My cat taught me that it's not true and they can be very loving if you just earn their respect, I guess. What is the funniest thing that your cat does? Okay, so what he does is very funny, but it's also super creepy. So usually in the evening when if he didn't play all day and he just slept, he goes crazy. He goes like rampage. Demon crazy. When I say demon crazy, he just runs around from one room to another and he is doing these demon sounds. I'm not kidding. It's the most terrifying sound that you can hear. I mean, you hear it in horror movies, not in real life. And if I'm not aware that he went into this crazy mode and he just starts making that sound, it scares the hell out of me. What is your favorite movie, TV series? So my favorite movie is What Dreams May Come. It has been that movie from so long ago. It's not even sci-fi. My favorite theme of games and movies, TV shows is sci-fi. It's not sci-fi and it's still my favorite one. My favorite TV show is The Expanse and this one is sci-fi. If you haven't watched it, I strongly recommend it. If you could choose to be in a video game, movie and TV show, what would you choose and do you think you would survive? I would definitely choose Mass Effect because it's my favorite game. And I don't think I would survive. I think I would end up like Jenkins and die 5 minutes into the action. Which one do you think you can survive or prefer? A zombie apocalypse or alien invasion? I think I would prefer and possibly survive a zombie apocalypse. I think it's just easier. I mean, it's tricky. Depending which zombies are we talking about. Zombies from Resident Evil, like from the old games, slow and dumb zombies, or are we talking about that movie with Brad Pitt? I think it's called Daisy. I think that was the movie where they were crazy fast, strong and stuff like that. So if we are talking about those zombies, I wouldn't stand a chance. Name your top 3 games. So I don't know which would be my top 1. I think that Mass Effect and Lineage 2 shares the top 1 place. Mass Effect is my favorite because I love sci-fi, space, aliens, all that. Lineage 2 it just holds a special place in my heart. I played a lot of that game since I was 13 and I met a lot of people playing that game. I made friends playing that game, to which I'm still friends to this day. It is just so special. When I couldn't connect to anyone outside, the game just basically got me through so much. And for the third one, I actually don't really know. There are a lot of single players that I really enjoyed, like Hellblade or Alice Madness Returns or Tomb Raider even. Plague's Tale as well, that game hit me so hard. I want to say League of Legends, okay? And I want to say that because it was so fun when I played it. And I think of a game, I also think about emotions that are attached to that game and memories. And League of Legends, when I think of that game, I only think about good times and about me having fun with my friends. So it might be in that list, but if not, then I would choose probably Dragon Age Origins. Do you prefer playing alone or with friends? Well, that depends on the mood that I'm in. Sometimes when I'm really down, I want to be around people, so I would ask friends to play with me something, and that would really help. And other times, when I am probably even sadder, I want to play by myself, experience the game, immerse myself into the game. So it really just depends on the day. If you could play only one video game for the rest of your life, what would it be and why? This question is actually so hard. I would say my favorite game, Mass Effect, but I don't think that is true. I don't think you can replay it so many times. I replay it yearly. I feel like I would need to choose an online game, even MMORPG, like World of Warcraft. That game is great. I haven't played it that much, so there's like a lot of things for me to still discover if I ever go back to it and I played like an old version of the game even. I don't know, I think that World of Warcraft would be my choice. What video games and consoles did you grow up with? What's your favorite childhood game? So I only had PS1 and PS2. On the PS1 I had a lot of games, to be honest. I brought them from my parents' home to show you. On PS2 I only had like Resident Evil Code Veronica and maybe something else, but we didn't have the memory card. And I never played anything on it, to be honest. My dad used to play the Resident Evil one, but I didn't dare to touch it, and he would play until he died and just leave it at that because we didn't have the memory card. Obviously, I'm a very cool gamer who's been playing strategies like Dune and Ghost in the Shell and Rainbow Six and Silent Hill and Dragon Ball. Okay, this one I actually played, okay? And this one, I don't know how this got here. This was me lying, actually. I played those games. I didn't beat any of them, I think. What I actually played was Little Mermaid. Lilo and Stitch, which was my probably favorite one. Bugs Bunny. Tom and Jerry, I love that game. I used to play it with my sister and my friends all the time because of the split screen. This game, I don't know, I found it, I don't know, the glare, I cannot point it. Okay, so this game was actually scary for me, but I played it and I enjoyed it very much. And then we've got the pink, not black, Pink Panther. This one was scary as well because you would need to run and hide all the time, and it was really, really scary, but I finished the game. Some of the games I couldn't finish because, as you can see, those discs are not original ones. Some of the discs were corrupted and they would crash at like any point during my gameplay. For example, Dune was crashing all the time and I really enjoyed that game. Maybe if I had the opportunity to actually play the whole game, I would be into strategies now. Who knows? We also have Men in Black and Medal of Honor and Doom. And actually, I never played this game, okay? It was too terrifying for me. I think I tried once or twice and it was just there. No one played it, to be honest. Favorite series? I don't know if you can see it. Resident Evil. Okay, so I absolutely love Resident Evil and I never had the courage to play them. So I would just sit and watch my dad play them all the time. The third one was my favorite one, and I would try from time to time to load it up and play it myself. But I would sit very close to my PlayStation so that I could turn it off at any time. And I would always play to the point, you know, when Nemesis shows up once, then you can avoid him. And sometimes I would mess it up because obviously all of these games are in Russian. And I do not understand Russian. I can read. I understand a bit now, to be honest, but when I was younger, I couldn't understand anything. So I would mess the option all the time and I would have to fight the Nemesis. And that would only mean one thing: turn off the PlayStation and try again. But if I got the right option and you can escape the Nemesis then, and then you can explore the police station, I think. And at some point the Nemesis would jump through the window and you have to fight it in a really small, I don't know why I keep saying small arena. That was my cue to just turn off the console. Do you have any other passions besides game? I don't think I have. I think passion is a very strong word, and I don't think I am passionate about anything else more than games. I mean, I love watching movies, TV shows, I love books a lot, but roller skating or roller blading, I don't know which is the correct word, but I don't think that these are the passions. If you could only listen to one music artist for the rest of your life, who would it be? That would be Breaking Benjamin. I love Ben Burley's voice. I could listen to it every day for the rest of my life. It's not the wisest choice because they don't release as much anymore, and the music that they do release is just not the same. I don't listen to that often, but I always listen to their old songs, and I just love them. What's your favorite song to feel amazing and unstoppable, and what's your go-to for a good cry? I actually, when I read this question, I realized that I do not have a song to feel amazing and unstoppable. So my mission now is to find one, but I do have one for a good cry, and that is Snuff by Slipknot. There are obviously a lot of songs that I would cry to, but that one always hits differently, harder, and for some time I had to avoid listening to it at all because of how sad it would make me. Obviously, all the music that we listen to is attached to memories and emotions, and well, that is the most devastating song for me. If you could be a master at any skill, talent right now, what skill, talent would you choose and why? When I read this, of course, a lot of skills and talents went through my mind, and I don't know if my answer is actually a skill and talent, but I would really love to have a good memory. I do think that it's a skill or talent because some people are born with better memory than others, so it can be a talent. And you can also improve your memory, so that means it is a skill as well. So I would choose this because that would help me to get any other skill that I want to. If you could redo, fix, or experience something again for the first time, what would it be? This is a very hard question, and I tried not to overthink it. So I'm just gonna give you the answer that came to my mind straight away when I read the question. I instantly thought about the things that we experience when we are children and we are not kind of aware of it, not appreciate it because we're not aware. So those things would be like smelling flowers, seeing the sky for the first time, seeing a sunset or sunrise, just romantic stuff like that. I don't know, it was the first thing that crossed my mind, so it might sound silly, but I'm just gonna stick with that answer. The next question is, what gives you goosebumps? It's an interesting one, to be honest, and I think that music, above all things, is what gives me goosebumps, but also it depends on the mood that I'm in or the things that I'm going through. So something that I read in a book or hear in a movie, in a TV show, or someone saying something to me, doing something, I don't know, anything can give you goosebumps depending on the day, basically. What brings you peace in life? Basically, having the opportunity to do the things that I love and to be around people that I love. Honestly, the bit about people I only understood when I moved away from my family and lived in another country for a couple of years. Then I understood how I've missed them and how I want to be around them. And now that I am back and I get to see everyone every day or whenever we can and whenever we want to, I just realized that it brings peace in my life and I wouldn't want to move anywhere ever again. If you could have a superpower, what would it be? I feel like teleportation would be a good superpower. I could visit so many places then and do so many things. Basically, I'm gonna finish the Q&A with an answer that is gonna make people think that I am a meanie. But I think that mind control would be an amazing superpower. We're just gonna leave it at that. There's one more question that I need to answer, and I know that people will be, what the fuck is she saying? Why is she talking about that? But I have to do this, and it is worth it, even if you think that I'm silly. So a question is, what is my favorite letter of the alphabet? And the answer is E. And we will leave it at that. Anyway, thank you for the opportunity to make this video. Thank you for all your kindness and support, and I'll see you in the next one.